Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of the channels, Dueling Guard, Sleeve Chief, and Imperium Duelist. Check them out in the description box down below and use code SAKO for discounts on all of them. Hey guys, Lucas Soccer here. Today I have a little bit of a different type of content. It's kind of similar to what I do, but it's Master Duel this time, right? It's still going to have combos and everything like that. But this previous weekend was the regional qualifier for Master Duel to try to go to Master Duel Worlds. I did not win, unfortunately. I finished in 13th place. I think the reason that I didn't win was because of some technical errors and misplays on my end. There was about 15 to 20 games that I think I definitely lost due to misplay, whether it was fatigue or just messing up because I'm not perfect, right? Which can definitely be fixed, but if there was 20 games where I messed up, it's basically a 2,000 point difference for each game I would have won instead of lost. So I mean that's up to like 40,000 points. That would have made a difference there. I ended up coming in 13th was I think the final score. This is the deck I played for most of the event. It is Primite, Fiendsmith, Bystial. Really cool deck, honestly. I thought this was the best choice for the event. Some people are playing Mermail to go into it, just because in that matchup, a lot of people will scoop very early if they normal summon Neftibus and you have like no hand traps because you basically have FTK'd. Some people were doing Gimmick Puppet. Snake Eye was ended up being like the most popular deck besides Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes was very popular as well. But honestly, I think this deck had a great matchup and everything. And if I did play Master Duel for like a normal season, this is the deck that I would play. Super fun, super unique. You feel like you outplay a lot of your opponents. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some combos right now. Even though this is Master Duel, I still did the combos on DB because Master Duel is not fantastic for showing off individual combos. Love Master Duel though. Honestly, it's a game that I probably will end up playing more. This is the one-card barrel combo. I'm going to go ahead and start off by normal summoning barrel. We're going to use the effect. We're going to set load from our deck. We're going to use Lordly Load to add Primite Roar. Now we're going to activate the effect of barrel. In response to our barrel, we're going to go ahead and chain roar, calling Dippity. We're going to pay 2,000 life points. We're going to special a Dippity from our deck, and then we're going to send a driver from our deck to the graveyard. From there, we're going to link off our Dippity, summon Requiem, use the Requiem, special summon a Lacrima, and then use Lacrima to go ahead and send an Engraver from our deck to the graveyard. We're going to use Requiem to go ahead and equip. Fusion those off, make a Necro Equip Princess, and then go ahead and special summon back the Engraver here. Almost all of our combos are going to follow this like kind of similar line right here. Honestly, what I was doing is I was just making a Caesar, and I was passing here. This board doesn't look like a lot, but keep in mind this was one card. It's going to give us really good follow-up, because we have Barrel coming back to our hand, as well as we have this Fiendsmith Engine looping. And we have 4 cards in hand, right? It's also a hand trap deck. As you guys saw with the deck list, we're playing literally 20 hand traps. Let me see if I can tab back over here. Literally 20 hand traps. It's 20 if you can't driver. With that driver, it's 19. But still a lot, right? The inboard is Caesar, which is 2 disruptions from activating Caesar's effect. We are going to have the Lacrima with Requiem interaction, which is really unique as well, because it's not very interactable with, right? They have to have Call by the Grave or Ash in order to get like real value off of it. Besides that, we also have Roar. This is a hidden effect that a lot of people don't know about. It says if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one normal monster in your graveyard or that you control. Banish one monster from the field with less attack than that monster. So it is a non-targeting banish from the field. It doesn't have to be the monster that was normal summoned. And because we have Driver in graveyard, that guy's huge, right? So we get to basically banish anything with 2,500 or less attack just from the field, non-targeting as soon as they normal summon. So that's really all our disruptions here. It gives you a lot of follow-up though. That's like the main reason I really wanted to play this deck. Is because I felt like there was a lot of times where if you didn't die, you just needed enough follow-up to come back. And Master Duel players, honestly, Master Duel players, they're not as good as CCG players. I feel like I was given way more opportunities to like live, survive, and play the next turn than I would have in a TCG like YCS. So honestly, the deck performed and did exactly what it's supposed to do. Going off to the 2-card combos, this is what happens if you draw Lubellion and Barrel. We're going to go ahead and start off by normal summoning Barrel. Barrel's going to get load. We're going to go load into Roar. Kind of going to do the exact same thing as last time. We're going to activate Barrel. We're going to chain Roar. Go on Dippity. Summon them out. We're going to do this little shindig with the Fiendsmith cards. I've seen this like 1,000 times. But here we're going to do something a little bit different. After we go ahead and make our Necro Equip, we're going to go ahead and activate the Lubellion. We're going to add a Magnemite. That's going to trigger our Necro Equip Princess to go ahead and draw here. So we're getting stuff on top of our board besides just what the Magnemite would get us independently. From there, we're going to go ahead and special summon out the Engraver, and we're going to do like a little bit of a nib check here. If they don't nib us, you can go through other routes depending on what other cards you have in your hand. In this one specific variation, we're just still making Caesar. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate Magnemite, targeting our driver in the graveyard. We're going to go ahead and banish it, summon out the Magnemite, use the Magnemite effect to go ahead and search here. And then we're going to special summon Lubellion, tribute our Magnemite, and then use Lubellion's effect to go ahead and place Regame. We're going to now use load to go ahead and special summon a Deputy from our deck. So now that we are locked out of the effects of monsters, except things, we're pretty much just locked out of all monsters on the field. So if they nib us here, we are cooked. They are going to tribute all of our monsters. We're still going to get a good amount of stuff because we get regain to go ahead and special back our Magnemut, so that gets us bodies to play with. We also are going to have like Roar, which is still going to work with Deputy. We're going to have the Lacrima with the Requiem. We're going to have a draw, so we're going to have 4 other cards in our hands, right? But it does make you lose your Caesar and everything that comes after that. But to be honest, they should nib you when you have the Necroclip and the Engraver. This is also a very unknown combo, and something that's very like different compared to like a TCG event is if I go play a YCS, and let's say round 7, I do this exact same thing here, and then I play into nib, people are going to talk, right? They're going to talk at the event. They're going to communicate with their friends who are usually doing well in the tournament. And that may not be the same situation. They may look at my 2 level 6 monsters and not nib me because they know that I will continue to play. In Master Duel, you do not have that variation. You don't have that variable there where they ever going to like challenge what you're going to do. They're just going to nib you on the Caesar spot. So after you go ahead and summon the Deputy here, we are actually going to go ahead and link off the Deputy into Imduck the World Chalice Dragon. This card does not have an effect that matters. It like kind of does right here. It can do like battle phase things. That's not what we're using it for. We are simply using it because it takes 1 normal monster and it's a dragon. So now we're going to link away our Imduck, link away our Rebellion. We're going to summon Seals. And this is going to be our inboard. During the end phase, we're going to get the effect to go ahead and search the Baldrake. One thing I did want to mention that's cool here is that if you drew Drill Beam, like you hard drew Drill Beam, or you hard drew Roar technically as well, you can just do the sequencing exactly the same, except off of the load, you'll get Drill Beam. You can actually add back the Ether Barrel from Graveyard, or you can add one from your deck to your hand. That way you have something to reveal to go ahead and cook them. But that is the 2-card combo there. Plays through a lot. You have so many like diversified disruptions, right? We have Roar. It's not as good of a Roar because we had to banish our driver. But we have Roar with Deputy now, which is really, really important versus the Blue Eyes deck because like all their normal summons are really small. Especially if they go for like the normal summon Maiden combo. Like being able to non-target banish that Maiden immediately is phenomenal, right? Even if they normal summon Sage, being able to non-target banish that is going to stop them from being able to make the Link 1, which is really good. So we have that interaction. We also have a Baldrake in our hand, which we can get a draw off of when we regain. We have regain, summon Magnemut. We have 2 Caesars. We have Seals. We have the Lacrima, put back Requiem into Paradise in their guy. And then we have, I mean, of course, the Baldrake effect and or several cards in hand. You know, we're going to have a lot. That is it for that 2-card combo. There's one last combo I want to show you guys here. This is what happens if you draw Engraver plus Barrel. We're going to go ahead and start off by activating Engraver, getting us a Tract, slam the Tract, go ahead and grab a Lurry. And then from there, we're going to pitch Lurry. Use Lurry, go ahead and summon itself out. Turn that into a Requiem. Then we're going to go Requiem into Lacrima. This is where things get a little bit different here. We're going to go ahead and normal summon Barrel. Use the Barrel effect to go ahead and get us our load. And then we can link away Barrel, link away Lacrima. We're going to go into a Sequence this time. And we're going to use Sequence effect to go ahead and put back the Lacrima, Engraver, and Requiem. Doesn't really matter what you put back. We're going to use pretty much everything that is in rotation. Just make sure you leave an Engraver. You can put this Lacrima, or this Lurry back instead of the Lacrima, technically, though. Now we're going to go ahead and use the Engraver effect, put back the Lurry, so it's not going to matter at this point anyways. And then we're going to use the effect of Track to actually fuse off the Engraver in the sequence to go into Fiendsmith Lacrima. This is a combo that is not doable in the TCG because this Lacrima guy is banned, rightfully so, because he does 1200 damage for fun and people are being toxic. And then we're going to use the Lacrima effect to go ahead and special summon the Engraver. We're going to turn those into a Caesar and then go Sequence effect to go ahead and equip. At this point, they should have nibbed you. This is going to be like another one of those things where they should have nibbed you prior, so if they don't nib you then you're just going to assume they don't have nib. We're going to flip the load, use that to add Drill Beam. Then we're going to use the load to go ahead and special a driver from our deck. And then boom, this is our inboard. It is a Caesar. We have a Drill Beam, and we have a Desiree. This is like one of the best boards you can make into Tempai. Just having so many forms of like hard negation, like Drill Beam, Desiree, and then even Caesar's real strong versus that deck. But yeah, this is like one of the other combo variations. I did want to give a quick little recap if you guys cared about what happened in that tournament and who I was going to take if I did qualify. I was going to take Pac, as well as taking Logan Johnson. Later in the event, I was talking with the DTM. Decided it would be more beneficial if we made a deal to where if he won, then he would take us. If we won, then he would take him because he was also doing good, and we could all stay focused together, kind of commentate, give each other thoughts on the gameplay that was happening. So it would have been between those people that came with me to Worlds if I did win. There's always next year for Master Duel Worlds. I still have a lot of chances to go to Worlds for this year. I have the playoffs. I am definitely secured for the NAWCQ playoffs. Super excited to play in that tournament. And then I have the main event at Nationals. If you guys do go to Nationals, I really want you to come up to me, say hi. I'd love to meet you guys. I've met a bunch of different people, a bunch of different YCSs, and it's always a great experience meeting you guys. But yeah, come up to me. Don't be shy. Besides that, I wanted to give a shout out to Joey. Joey ended up winning the thing. He absolutely deserved it. He was way, way, way above anybody else. I think it was like a 10,000, 11,000 point difference, right? But he, phenomenal player there, and I'm glad that he is going to Worlds. He definitely deserves it. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you had any questions or want to see more Master Duel content in the future, leave it in the comment section down below. I'm more than happy to discuss, see what I actually want to do with the channel. But I'll definitely do these every quarter or so when they do decide to do a preliminary qualifier to go to Worlds for Master Duel. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and if you guys wouldn't mind commenting, and subscribing, you know I appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.